So I've tried to put this video like several times, okay? This is a 10-minute video supposedly. Look at this. This is the one that I told you that they lost my mail from the last time in La Poste, and this was to contest the CAF and the CPAM that from July were not giving me any help in Agde, AGDE, that's where I'm located. And I was contesting all of the facts that they were not reporting or losing my reports and all of this. At the end, what the CPAM did, which is the health, they gave the kids a social security number, but they did not want to give me a social security number because with the social security number, I would be eligible to apply for any aid for housing. Okay. So they've been trying to stop me from applying for the aid for housing. Mind you, very strange, right? So they lose my mail in La Poste. That's one time, right? You can say, oh, okay, I paid €7. I tracked it. It went missing. There's a video on it, right? So now I paid my fucking money on UPS. I already gave you the video that I went on Monday to do it, right? Made sure I paid €35 for it to get express. Pay attention to the zip code 3493. This is the tracking, and this is with my money, okay? Pay attention to the tracking. This is where I deposited the package. I deposited in the center of Montpellier on this street in some Carrefour because they do not have UPS offices. There's no station. Notice that's the same zip code. Notice the time. Notice the date. That is the location where it went, right? Now, I'm going to even show you with the zip code because now this is what I saw afterwards. You see that the label was created. You see that for whatever reason, they scanned it. They put drop off at UPS point in some other part of France. Okay. And then they said, look at the zip code. Look at the zip code now with the same address that supposedly, look at the time. Okay. The zip code now says 34080. Okay. And then they said it arrived and it was received by somebody. That is not the zip code that I put on the label this time. So this is all a lie. And not only that, I'm trying to put the video so you can see how I go in so that you see that it is the same tracking information and everything. So again, like I'm saying, I'm going to double check this video and everything, but like I'm saying, how many times can it be an accident? One time is like, oh, okay, the actual post office lost it specifically because I was sending in a complaint. But now what, UPS also, the fucking UPS system here is all. So again, as I said, and I paid money every time I have to go printing, I have to pay at least €10 to print every single document. Okay. The whole reason why I sent it this way was because ChatGPT gave me the idea. And this is why ChatGPT likes to be try to gaslighting me. No, that's just a coincidence. No. Okay. The reason why at least ChatGPT told me to do it this way was so that they could never say that they didn't receive it. But this time what they did is, if you notice, look, there's a zip code. That is my label. Okay. That was my label that I created. Okay. They just obviously just decided hey, let's just mail it someplace else or whatever. This is the information, okay? This is all the information of the label that I created and everything like this for that day with the address and everything. And like I said, it's all trackable. All of my shit that happens to me is trackable. That's why I'm telling you that this is a fucking simulation, and this is look, this is the email with the tracking. That is the tracking number, and that is the email. So you see that everything went to where it was supposed to go. Okay, in theory, except for when they did shenanigans, because the people who read a barcode, right? They have to follow the barcode. So why would it go to a zip code where it says it's different? I don't know. So now the idea would be number one, these people wouldn't contact you for maybe another 2 months. So now that's why I went to check. The only reason I went to check was because I saw in Wise, not only that, like I said it before, I was mailing 2 envelopes. One was to the CPAM to contest the what they told me. I even sent in a new form to see what excuse are they going to put for the new form now for this year for 2026. And I noticed that the zip code on that one before on that label was wrong, but the one on this one was correct. The one that was wrong, I already canceled it because I was preparing to do the new label because I still have the envelope with me. So now I'm going to resend it if need be until everyone gets through their little thick heads that everything is a sham in this world. It is a sham because now I have to try and see what should we do? What's going to happen? So I'm going to mail the UPS now for the other one with the right email and I'm sorry, with the right zip code and everything perfectly correct. And let's see what they say with that one because that one shouldn't take 2 months to arrive. But this one, in theory, it takes them sometimes 2 months for them to give you a response. So here I would have been sitting there thinking, oh, wow, it's taking a long time. But how is it possible that UPS gave me back my money? Why would they give me back my money? Because I didn't tell them anything. So they already know that they sent it to the wrong fucking zip code. And it's in my Wise account. I saw that I only canceled one label. They reimbursed me for 2. So I said, where's this double extra money coming from? And that's what made me go looking to see and check what's going on. Okay. And that's why I said, and I checked and I saw that now that the zip codes are different. So you tell me, who do you report that kind of shit to when that's going on? Because I'm definitely not joking. I will sue every last MFer that I find out I can based on all of this stuff. And I am in Agde, AGDE, France. Okay, this is where all of this is going on. This is where all of this is going on with the CPAM. This is where all of this is going on with the CAF and all of this, all of the institutions, okay, with the targeting. And anytime you start to notice it, they start to ramp up nonsense at my kids' school, teasing my kids, doing like trying to make people like bully them, for me to be distracted and going into that direction. All right. But this is the direction where I need to be freaking looking at because this is what I'm talking about. It's blatantly trying not to let me communicate with the offices that are necessary to report not only the people who are doing the weird things with my files and not allowing it to go through, it's like ridiculous. So you tell me now, do I have to go in person and hand it in the office and then have some little parasitic take the file again and say that they didn't receive it? Because at this point, this is 2 times. One was regular mail and now this is with a UPS. So tell me what kind of world we live in again. I would love to know what kind of world we live in. People trying to talk crap. And this is why I say Jesus Christ is king, regardless, because this is what he came to tell every last person here. Okay, is that you are in some kind of a soul trap. And as you go awakening, these are the things that are going to be happening to you. And like I said, this only ramped up as I went awakening more because before I could mail my shit and there was no problem. Has nothing to do with the freaking narrative of all of the crap that they did in Barcelona. All right. They don't let me mail my crap. I wish they would stick to the freaking narrative and let me mail my crap so I can sue people. You know what I mean? Just wanted to say that.